Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. I want to talk to you today about religious traditions in Southeast Asia. Last week we spoke about fragmented countries in Southeast Asia, and we spoke about Malaysia, the Philippines, and Indonesia. And we also spoke about what the word fragmented means, which is divided into clusters of land. And we also learned how hard it was to govern these countries because of the diversity, because of the different ideals that all these people have in different parts of land. So it's very hard to keep them together under one government. Okay, so today I want to talk about, like I said, the religious traditions in Southeast Asia, and it's very diverse. Okay, and diverse means different. All right, so I want to go over the vocabulary for this week. Our vocabulary for the week is predominant, which is the most common. For example, we would say that the predominant language in Hispanic culture would be Spanish. Prehistoric, which are times before there were written histories. Like dinosaurs lived in prehistoric times. Why? Because that was before people started writing histories. Okay? And our third vocabulary word are rituals, which are formal, regularly repeated actions. And for example, my son plays soccer, and every time he's in the game, when he enters the field, he has to step in with his right foot. And sometimes he makes a little skip when he's playing soccer. So that's a ritual that he does in order for him to win. Okay, so rituals can change from person to person, from country to country. All right, but they are formal, regularly repeated actions. Okay, and a lot of religions have their own rituals, right? And they are unique to each religion. Okay, I want to go over traditional religion in Southeast Asia. So the main tradition in Southeast Asia is animism. What does that mean? It is a belief that spirits exist in animals, plants, objects, and places. Okay, they influence people's lives. Okay, animism is old. It began in prehistoric times, and animists perform rituals to bring good fortune to their families or villages. Today, people still practice animism in Southeast Asia, guys. It's people that are in the very small tribal groups and villages. Okay, they're the main ones that practice animism still today in Southeast Asia. However, the rest of the religions in Southeast Asia are very different. Okay, and that's what I want to talk about next. Why are they different? Because of outside influences. Okay, for example, other cultures entered Southeast Asia through trade or conquest. And when we went over the monotheistic religions and the polytheistic religions, I remember I told you guys that Islam was spread over through trade, okay, especially traders from Mecca, where Muhammad was, right? Well, same thing in Southeast Asia. Arabian traders brought Islam from Malaysia to Indonesia. Okay, so a lot of the parts of Malaysia and lots of parts of Indonesia are strictly Islam, right? The Chinese brought Buddhism when they conquered Vietnam in 111 BC. They also brought Confucianism, or Confucianism is another fancy word for philosophy, right? And this is a very important part to Vietnam religions. Okay, Indians, and I don't mean the Indians with the feathers on top of their heads, I mean the Indians from the country India. They brought Buddhism and they brought Hinduism to Southeast Asia. Okay, the Europeans brought Christianity, especially Catholicism, to the Philippines in the 1500s, and then later on they brought it to the mainland in the 1700s. Okay, so these are all the outside influences that influence religion in Southeast Asia. Okay, what is religion like today, guys? So the predominant religion of countries change depending on the people that rule. And I do apologize, I misspelled countries. I put Horties, I don't know why. Today, Southeast Asia has a mix of religions. As you can see here, all these are the religions from around the world. And I remember when we did our religious diversity, or our religion project, guys, the monotheistic religions, a lot of you have seen the symbols. You've seen the Christianity symbol, you've seen the what was it, the Hinduism symbol, which is over here, and you've also seen the Judaism symbol, the Star of David, which is right here. Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, today's Southeast Asia has a mix of religions. Buddhism is the most prominent in the mainland countries. As a matter of fact, 95% of Thailand is Buddhist. Islam is another religion in Southeast Asia. Indonesia is the most populous Muslim country in the world. What does populous mean? The one with the most people, or the most Muslims in the world. In Malaysia, just to give you a sense, 3 out of 5 people are Muslim, and also part of southern Philippines is Muslim. But the most popular religion in the Philippines is Catholicism. Right? And Catholicism is in the Philippines and in, give me a second, and it's in the Philippines and East Timor. That's what the country is called, East Timor. So you have Catholicism in the Philippines and East Timor, right? Bali is part of Indonesia. You see, Indonesia is mostly Muslim, but Bali is Hindu. You see how you see that mix of religions even within the country? Okay, so what am I trying to say? There is a lot of religious diversity, okay, in Southeast Asia. There is no one predominant religion in Southeast Asia, okay? The Philippines is Catholic, Indonesia is Muslim, Bali is Hindu, Malaysia is Islam, right? So there is no one religion that is predominant to the rest, right? As a matter of fact, the leaders from around these countries have acknowledged that they're all different, and they've said that this is something that makes these countries stronger, right? Because they believe in diversity. They believe that every person has a right to believe in whatever they want to. Okay, so this is just an introduction on religions in Southeast Asia, guys. Please make sure to read the pages 620 and 621 of the textbook. I'll go ahead and post these to Google Classroom, and like always, you know, you'll have questions, guys, where you all go ahead and define your 3 vocabulary terms, which were predominant, prehistoric, and rituals. And you'll work on the rest of the questions on your own, obviously, and it's guided reading, okay? None of the questions that I'll put on your assignment will not be on the textbook. They will all be on your textbook, okay? I don't give you any assignments that is not on the textbook for you to find the answers to, right? Okay, I'll go ahead and upload a video next week on our next unit. Our next unit will cover World War II. The Allies versus the Axis powers, Pearl Harbor, Adolf Hitler, Winston Churchill, Harry Truman. We're going to have a lot of fun covering this unit, guys. It's a very interesting unit. Personally, it's one of my favorites. Okay, so stay safe. I hope this video was of interest to you, and I hope it helped you out. Right? Stay safe, guys.